Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you are all doing well. Yeah, welcome back to our session, Interactive English. And I'm Murali Krishna Mudragada, faculty in English. And my dear students, today we are going to know about an interesting topic. Okay, that is going to be punctuation, right? Punctuation. I have divided this topic into some parts for your better understanding. Okay, so and today we are going to talk about part 1, punctuation, part 1. Okay, so let us know what is punctuation. Okay, what is punctuation? What is punctuation? Punctuation is the system of signs or symbols which are used in written text to make the meaning clear. Reading and understanding the text is easier with the punctuation marks. Okay, what is punctuation? Punctuation marks are usually used in written text. Why do we use punctuation marks? To make it means to make the text meaningful. If punctuation marks are missing in a sentence or in a passage, the meaning is not clear. We cannot understand. We cannot understand the inner meaning or the actual meaning of the sentence if punctuations are not used properly. Okay, if punctuations are missing, okay, we cannot understand the meaning of the sentence. Okay, and we cannot understand the meaning of a text. Okay, so and reading and understanding the text is easier with the punctuation marks, right? So it means that actually if we don't if there is absence of punctuation marks in a sentence, we cannot read. Okay, we cannot read and we cannot understand. Okay, so that's why for understanding and for it means that perfect reading, and we need punctuation marks, right? Punctuation marks are very, very important. Okay, if we misuse punctuation marks, the meaning will change. Okay, so the meaning will be ridiculous and funny, right? So what is punctuation marks? Punctuation is the system of signs or symbols which are used in a written text to make the meaning clear. Reading and understanding the text is easier with the punctuation marks. Okay, so and let us see how the sentences will be funny and ridiculous if we don't use the punctuation marks properly. Okay, so see the first sentence, my dear students. Let us eat grandpa. Let us eat grandpa. Wow, so really it is ridiculous, no? Okay, so it means that what does this sentence mean? Let us eat grandfather. No. Okay, so it means that how should be the sentence? The sentence should be like this. Say, let us eat grandpa. Okay, grandpa, I feel hungry. Let us eat. It is getting late. Okay, so let us eat grandpa. Okay, it means that you are telling grandpa that you feel hungry. So that's why let us eat together, right? So let us eat grandpa. So this is the meaning. See how the meaning changes with the absence of in the absence of punctuation marks, right? So what we have actually, what are we doing here? We have added a comma here. Let's eat. So here is apostrophe and a comma. So let's eat. Okay, let's eat grandpa. So full stop. Okay, so and here is a second sentence. Here is one more example. Woman without her man is nothing. Woman without her man is nothing. Woman without her man is nothing. So and this is also not clear. So let us see this sentence with punctuation marks. Woman without her man is nothing. Woman is nothing without her man. Okay, see after using punctuation marks. Okay, so it means that see how the meaning is changing. Okay, there is it means that there is so much of a change in the meaning with the addition of punctuation marks, right? See, a woman without her man is nothing. And we can also say woman without her man is nothing. It means that here man is nothing without a woman. Okay, so and this is it means that a horrible meaning in the absence of punctuation marks, right? So and here is one more example. I'm sorry, I love you. I'm sorry, I love you. It means that for loving her, are you conveying sorry? No. Okay. So let us see the actual sentence. Okay. I'm sorry, I love you. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. Okay. Actually, it does not mean I'm sorry for loving her. No, no. Actually, you did something wrong, and that's why you are expressing your apology. I'm sorry for what I did. I really love you. Okay. So this is the actual meaning. Okay. Now here is the fourth one. I love cooking my family and friends. What? You love cooking your family and friends? No, it is also ridiculous. No. So in the absence of punctuation marks, and see how the meaning changes with the addition of punctuations, right? I love cooking my family and my friends. It means that cooking is his passion. Okay. And so it means that he loves his family very much, right? So it means that he loves his friends very much, right? So it means that I love cooking, comma, my friends and my family and my friends. Okay. See how horrible the meaning in the absence of punctuation marks, right? So that's why punctuation marks are carefully used. They should carefully be used. Otherwise, it means that the meaning will become upside down. Okay, so it means that the meaning will be ridiculous and funny. Okay, so it means that we can't understand. Okay, we can't understand what the others are. It means that conveying if there are no punctuation marks or if punctuation marks are not used properly. Okay, so and my dear students, now let us talk about what are punctuation marks. Okay, so let us know it means that how will be the symbols, how are the symbols of punctuation marks, right? And my dear students, there are around 15 important punctuation marks. Okay, why the 15 important because actually those 15 punctuation marks are frequently used in our writing, and that's why so they are more important than the other punctuation marks, right? So there are 15 important punctuation marks. So and let us talk about those 15 punctuation marks, right? Briefly, not in detail. And it means that we talk about punctuation marks in detail in our coming classes, right? So and see, first one, full stop. Full stop is also called a period, right? And what is the symbol of full stop? See, this is the symbol of full stop, right? Full stop is also called a period, right? So and question mark. Okay, question mark, and you know very well because actually, we frequently use a question mark. So this is question mark. Next step, exclamatory mark. So and this is exclamatory mark. This is the symbol of exclamatory mark. And now comma. So here is the symbol of comma. Semicolon. Yeah. So here is the symbol of semicolon. So semicolon is a combination of dot and comma, right? So and colon, and see, this is the symbol, and here are two dots, right? Two dots, and in the semicolon one dot and one comma, and in colon two dots. Now, so here is one more punctuation mark, quotation marks. Quotation marks are also called inverted commas, right? So and this is the symbol of inverted commas, right? And see, this is actually downwards and this is upwards, right? Okay, so and the eighth one, ellipsis. Okay, ellipsis. So and this is the symbol of ellipsis. Okay, dot, some dots, 3 or 4 dots. Okay, and the usage of all these punctuation marks it means that we learn in our coming sessions, right? So, and the ninth one, hyphen. Okay, hyphen. This is the symbol of a hyphen, and a dash. Okay, and this is the symbol of dash. Dash is a little bit bigger than hyphen. Okay, next parenthesis. Okay, parenthesis, brackets, braces. Actually, they belong to one category. Okay, so it means that actually they are all called brackets, but in different countries, they actually they are named differently, right? Parenthesis, right? This is parenthesis, right? This is a symbol of parenthesis. Next, and this is the symbol of brackets. Okay, this is the symbol of braces. Okay, the usage is same. Okay, so and almost same. Next one, 14th one, apostrophe. Apostrophe, and this is the symbol of apostrophe. Okay, next capitals, and you know where we use capitals. So usually we use a sentence begins with a capital, right? So and a word, if it is a name, okay, if it is a name, or it means that we start with a certain word, so it means that the first letter of that word must be in a capital, right? So and this is capitals, right? So and these are the 15 punctuation marks we frequently use in our writing. So let us, okay, so it means that let us see once again. Full stop. First one is full stop, and it is also called a period, and this is a symbol. Question mark, this is the symbol. Exclamatory mark, and this is the symbol. Comma, and this is the symbol. Semicolon, and here is the symbol. Colon, and it is represented with this one. Okay, so quotation marks, and here is quotation marks, right? So it means that ellipsis, and see the symbol of ellipsis, hyphen, okay, dash. Okay, so dash is a little bit it means bigger than hyphen. Parenthesis, okay, this is a symbol of parenthesis, right? Brackets, okay, it means that we, actually they are square. The brackets are in the shape of a square. Okay, so and they are in the shape of round semi. Okay, semicircle. So and braces. Okay, this is the symbol of braces. Apostrophe. Yeah, this is apostrophe, and capitals, right? So Murali. So it means that in this word, this is a name. Okay, the first letter must be capital. Okay, so now let us talk about types of punctuation. Okay, types of punctuation marks. So I hope you are able to understand. And first thing we have learned, what is punctuation, right? What is punctuation? Punctuation is a system of symbols, okay, so used in written text to make the text meaningful. What happens if we wrongly use this, or if we don't use punctuation marks? It means that the meaning will be completely different, and the meaning will be it means that ridiculous and funny. Okay, so it means that actually there will be no correct meaning. Okay, so and there is the meaning will be the sentence will be ambiguous in the absence of punctuation marks. And so next we talked about punctuation marks and their symbols. Okay, now we are going to know about types of punctuations, right? So and we have learned that there are around 15 punctuation marks. Those 15 punctuation marks are classified into 3 categories. Okay, so those 15 it means that punctuation marks are grouped into 3. Okay, so let us talk about those punctuation marks, right? So end punctuation. Okay, end punctuation. The first category is end punctuation. And what are end punctuation marks? Say full stop, question mark, exclamatory mark. Okay, full stop, question mark, exclamatory mark. And these are the punctuation marks used at the end of a sentence. Okay, at the end of a sentence. That's why they are called end punctuations. Now, let us talk about internal punctuations, right? Internal punctuation marks. Semicolon, colon, comma, quotation marks, ellipsis. See, semicolon, colon, comma, quotation marks, ellipses. These five punctuation marks are considered to be internal punctuation marks because they are used within the sentence. Okay, they are used within the sentence. That's why they are called internal punctuations. Now, the thought category and the last category is word punctuation marks, right? So apostrophe, hyphen, capitals. Okay, apostrophe, hyphen, capitals, and these punctuation marks are called word punctuation marks. Okay, because they are used within the words. Apostrophe, hyphen, capitals, these are used within the words. That's why they are called word punctuation marks. So, and this slide is showing you the types of punctuation marks, and the punctuation marks are divided into three groups. They are end punctuation marks, internal punctuation marks, word punctuation marks, and here is the list of punctuation marks, okay, which are grouped into three categories, right? So, and this is something about punctuation marks, okay, and this is part one, and so we talk about more, okay, we talk more about the punctuation marks in our coming session. So, and please wait for that. So thank you very much for attending this session. Thank you very much.